Hospitals have always had to make arrangements for those who arrive at the door seeking help. Over the years, the numbers and complexity of problems presenting in this way have increased. And then, America, Australia, Europe, and UK, a new medical specialty has evolved AE. The AE department is the shop window of acute hospitals. It is the part of the hospital most closely in contact with the public. AE are alleged subjects for programs. If you have been a doctor, you would surely have worked in the AE department. And next, casualty. Casualties mean a serious injured patient. Casualty has its origins from the workhouse. That means the irregular and unexpected caller who needs temporal help. The casualty ward was described the hospital ward in which accidents. The surgical casualty were seen by the house surgeons. The medicine casualties were seen by the house physicians.
The need for special care, early trauma services. In the old days, when there was contest, someone must have been injured, so he would have been treated, which later became first aid principles. That began the First World War. The Western command lack of provision for the treatment, so they needed someone who could treat trauma or fracture. So when there weren't enough human resources, severe cases were sent to surgeon and chief assistant. On the other hand, light cases were sent to house surgeons, which was acceptable. Taking care of patient is so important that must be practiced to make it effective. In 1941, in Birmingham, England, in the war in that time, there were attacks from the planes, so the hospital were open 24/7, and there was people consulting all the time. The idea was spread all over and was tried to develop, but it was postponed because of lack of funds. Until now today, we have accident and emergency room.
About the birth of accident and emergency or AE. The idea about accident and emergency or AE was from Sir Harry Platt, who produced the famous report in 1962 called the Platt Report. The main idea of the report was about the things that should be occur or necessary for the formation of the accident and emergency service. Include, it should be supported by adequate number of medical and nursing staff and other supporting service to deal efficiently with the type and severity of patient's injury. However, there were many problems occurred during the development. Most departments were still in own accommodation. There was later room for expansion and facility was appalling.
Clinicians all over the world decided to provide the highest quality of emergency medicine to combat the increasing of death rate. In the developed country, I found that it has two models. The first model is American Anglo model. Emergency medicine in this model has specially trained doctors with professional associations. There is a structured training program for training and recognized qualifications. The second model is Franco-German model. Emergency medicine in this model is not a recognized specialty, and there is a strong resistance to its creations. Most doctors are come from other specialties, such as surgery and medicine.
In the future, demand of AE increase. There will be more patients with more serious illness, more complexity, and higher expectations. There will continue to be pressure on hospital. The specialty difference service such as NHS Direct can reduce the workload. Some areas that have local primary care can reduce the minor AE work. They will be more expensive, but they can fulfill the need. They are increasing the needs of the more care of patients. Then we must start to plan now. Develop the skill and experience, and this process is already underway with more AE specialists. We must not forget that increase in the service through work should not decrease the quantity of service.
In my opinion, I agree with building the word causality that separate from the normally severe injury to order the priority of the patient collected. Action.
In my opinion, if the lack of human resources, should we focus on the personnel?
Among the restrictions, the important thing that we always keep in mind is the reason for the foundation of A&E.
I really feel that it is still hard to be completely emergency medicine, like the first model, because of some factors in each country. For example, in Thailand, there are poorly doctors, own equipment, and people in country have all little understanding of information of emergency medicine.
More resources are the key to any development. And if we attend to deal with this problem, it will have the better quality. It's not especially about the hospital care, but it means our life.
In the future, if we want to develop AE, it's important to screen the patient. It is important to screen the patient for only the severe symptoms.
In the side of AE room, I think it will be better and better. But the lack of human resources, it must start from the beginning, such as education or giving importance to these professions more.
Among the restrictions, the important thing that we always keep in mind is the reason for the foundation of A&E.
Although many countries emphasize about emergency medicine today and want to develop it to be more effective, but still hard because of some factors. However, emergency medicine can be developed gradually through modifications of the system.
I suggest that not only the medical team but also other disciplines should cooperate to cope with this problem to reduce the AE workload. And we can deny that if you want the better hospital service, you must pay more.